Okay, got Barney, me and Barney the shop dog out here again. I haven't touched the car really since getting back from Motor City Fox Fest. So one big milestone I did was like I've said in previous videos, I haven't driven this car before this year since October of 2019. Drove it out at Fox Fest, put from the best I could figure about 200 miles. Or 210 miles ish, 220 maybe. I don't have an odometer or anything hooked up in there right now, so I just kind of did some figuring and mapping out on Google Maps to kind of see probably what I thought I had done. But I drove it to work for the first time, but it was a week ago. And I had to come back up home. It's about a 35, 37 mile drive home. And I had an appointment in town. So I went into my appointment, came out about 20 minutes later, and just click, click, click when you hit the key. So luckily it was only about a mile from home. So my wife picked me up and I just left it there. We went kayaking that night. And then I thought, well, let's go back there and see if it'll start. Hit the key, fired right up. So I think the starter is just getting heat soaked. So I just ordered some cheap crap off of Amazon here and some steel zip ties. And I'm just gonna do what I can to wrap it up. Pop the wheel off, maybe get the battery cable and the starter solenoid cable out of the way and figure out the best way I can wrap that starter up. And then I'll probably take it for a drive. It's supposed to be pretty warm tomorrow, and I'm signed up for a track cross event on Saturday, so I really want to see if I can get this thing figured out, so I'm not sitting at a track going out for one session and then coming back in and then not being able to drive my car for a couple hours until the starter cools off. So we're going to give this a shot. I'm going to try to get this wrapped up tonight. Take it for a long drive tomorrow. The closest interstate's maybe not quite 10 miles from here. I thought maybe I'll just take back road up and head up the interstate, just get the thing good and heat soaked and drive it about 40 miles, come back, let it sit for 20 minutes and see if it starts. So I guess that's going to be the test and we'll see what happens. All right, so I finally messed around with this a little bit and I'll try to get the camera up here. You can probably see better than I can. But I did wrap a piece kind of around the end of the starter, and then I tried to wrap a piece around the starter, like most of 2 ways around. So it's probably wrapped like 1 3/4 the way around. It's over 1.5. But we'll see how it is. Next plan of attack is it's a good 85-ish degree day today. So I'm gonna go and drive this thing like 40 miles, get it good and heat soaked, and then park it. And then hopefully after I come back to it after about 20 minutes, it'll fire back up again, or half an hour or whatever. So anyways, that's the plan. Let's hope it works. All right, took the Mustang out, did about a 40-mile loop. Got some heat soaked into this car, parked. I should have left it out on the hot asphalt outside just to give it the true test, but like I said, drove it about 40 miles or 40 minutes, something like that. So we're gonna give it the old college try here. Like I said before, it didn't start after it sat like this, so we're gonna give her a shot. There's a fuel pump. Yep. All right, the heat blanket didn't work. Damn it. All right, back to the drawing board. I'm at Dakota County Technical College in Rosemount, Minnesota, and they have like a track cross event, it's called. So they got like a little mini road course they use for like truck driver training and like police training. Then they open it up for car events and motorcycle events too. I've been out here on motorcycle before, but got the Werewolf out here. we're gonna give it a shot today. I'm afraid once I get some heat in there, it's not gonna start up again later, and they have a session that I'll do in the morning and a session in the afternoon, and I was just gonna use it for some kind of like test and tune, not gonna get too carried away. So, but I'm gonna get the camera set up in the car, hopefully record going around the track, not super fast, but we'll kind of get on it a little bit. But got my numbers all mounted up there, got the whole field up here. Owen's car is up kind of close to that little car where you can see a 6.6 on it, but or where there's kind of a Corvette kind of sitting out in the aisleway here. But got a good field of people here. Then I get to sit and do be the sound guy out on the course when I'm not driving. So, but getting it all ready to go. I'll stick a camera on the car too and throw this guy up on the cage there. Well, got 5 good runs out of it. We had 4 runs this morning and then 3 runs this afternoon. It actually did fire up. I shut it off after the 5th run and it did fire back up again, and then it stalled trying to get out of the spot, and now it's doing the thing again. So got some work to do on the old Werewolf here, but I'm gonna let it sit, hopefully cool off so it'll fire up and I can drive it into the trailer when everything's done. All right guys, so like I said, it was mostly successful, I'll say. So I got the Mustang all loaded up in the trailer here. So I'm pretty happy about this purchase. So made it possible to get it down here today and at least drive the Mustang a little bit on the course here. But she's all locked and loaded, tied down, and I got the truck cooling off. It's about 90 degrees today, nice and sunny. Actually a really nice day. Got to watch my boy race around a little bit. Got to watch some other cars. So all in all, I'd call today a win. But gonna get this thing on the road, get home, get it unloaded. Maybe I'll upload a video for you guys here right away. Talk to you later.